This is where it all began, just over 125 years ago. Back in 1883, three railway workers went prospecting, and instead of finding gold and silver, they found warm water.
And in the fall of 1885, the Hot Springs Reserve was created around the hot springs here at the Cave Basin, and it also included the upper hot springs. And that was the humble beginnings of what became Banff National Park and our whole system across the country.
Fast forward to present day after an ambitious 3-year, $13.8 million revitalization. Through the update, there was little interference, though, with the natural history of the actual cave.
The cave behind me, this is the real cave. No false advertising, we have a cave. And the vent hole above my shoulder here, that was the original entrance into the cave. What you have is the thermal water, the melt and the snow water on Sulphur Mountain, probably going down 2 or 3 kilometers into the Earth's crust. Deep enough where it's going to be heated up, maybe turned to steam, and being pushed back up through the cracks and fissures we have in the local limestone. The way the tunnel was blasted out is apparently there was a trickle of the thermal water going through this rock formation, and they followed that in. And really, since its development in 1885 with a retaining wall and a walkway, we've upgraded it somewhat, but it really hasn't changed much that visitors have seen for the last, like I said, over 125 years.
The revitalized site offers a new historical adventure of culture for Canadians and visitors around the world. With its interactive exhibits, programs, and of course natural springs, this National Historic Site is an eye-catching attraction.
Also, if you want to just sit back, and we have this wonderful just under 10-minute movie that gives you just a snapshot of Parks Canada, or just a taste there as well. And even beyond that, Cave Basin started the national parks, and the national park is, hey, we're right in it. So you can get on our boardwalks and experience, look at the thermal springs, listen to the water, take in the lovely aroma here as well. And if you're lucky enough, you'll probably get to see some wildlife.
The only sense that we don't ask people to use in here anymore is to touch the water, because we now have new knowledge about our thermal springs, and it is habitat to a very sensitive species, the Banff spring snail. But we do have an opportunity at the entrance, as part of the new project, where people can touch the water without harming the environment, the habitat for the snail.
It's just not about protecting and preserving, it's about sharing what makes this place special. And if more people realize this place is special, then they have a better connection with this place, and then we can all make sure that this place is still here for us for another 100 years.
Well, what a rough day on the job for me. It's so beautiful here, and I've even got used to the sulfur smell, which is quite positive. The Cave Basin will now be open year-round, so why not come and see all it has to offer. In Banff for Go Calgary, I'm Lisa Wolanski.